You ever been looking for your keys and they right there in your pocket? See, that's what's wrong. Like, sometimes people looking for everybody else to give them the keys, and they right there. See, all you gotta do is kick it with your homie or kick it with your shorty and see if they got their own keys to success, or if they still looking for somebody to give them to.
Chatbiff.com. What's good, YouTube? Back again for another vlog. Not really sure what today's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot of research, a lot of boring stuff, but maybe this is gonna be one of those to be continued episodes. So let's get into it. I know it's not polo season, but I got them for the low. So I actually came across a couple issues, and it's definitely things that, you know, you gotta take a look at. Like, sometimes when you get close to it, you can see it way better. You know, I hate these lights in the thrift, but let's check this out. My bad. So right here, I mean, it's very subtle, man. It's super subtle. There's like a little bit of staining, so this is gonna go in the wash pile. This one's got a couple holes in it, I think. Like the thrift at I don't know if they missed the hole when they were putting the staples in or something. Something happened here, but I'm gonna go ahead and let that go. I don't even want to mess with it. On this one, there's also another stain. Very subtle stain. This is that like pink, and you know, this actually might be chapstick. I know this because I've done this a million times. You leave the chapstick inside the pocket of the jeans, throw it in the laundry, everything comes out with a little bit of pink on it. And if that's the case, this ain't coming out.
You wanna be on your feet, or you cool with being a leash? Yeah, yeah. Not trying to be on repeat, not trying to be and preach. Yeah, yeah. You trying to be out and eat, or you trying to be on a leash? Yeah, yeah. If you gonna be in the street, focus on being a meech. Yeah, yeah.
As I'm trying to build up this portfolio and start this new business and build this brand, you know, I got to get out here in the mornings, since I can't go to the post office and drop off my stuff since Old Girl ruined my whole 2017. Figured I'd get out here, do some location scouting, as well as getting some photos and video for my social media. Well, really looking forward to get out here and get some drone shots this morning to capture this beautiful sunrise, but totally blew it because I unfortunately did not charge my iPhone last night. So woke up, got out here, went to go take some photos for Instagram, phone died. So since that's not gonna happen, we're gonna try to do a little bit better for 2017. So today I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a calendar, so that way this doesn't happen again. And by the way, these gloves are not a fashion statement. It's real out here. I just forgot my hat.
Look, how about stop?
We just need a small one to go in that tiny space between my hats.
Up and up, stop. There it goes. Pull up in the up and up, stop.
These 2017 calendars might be a bolo because these prices are outrageous.
Up and up, stop. Pull up in the hop out in the up and up, stop. There it goes. Pull up in the up and up, stop.
As far as the video world goes, because I don't have, you know, a whole bunch of skills and a whole bunch of connections, my angle in that world is to basically create a platform where hopefully I get to the point where other people are interested in being on it, and for that service they're willing to kind of work with me. So I've actually had the domain name for like a year, so I went ahead today, bought a WordPress template, gonna work on that a little bit, put in some phone calls. Really excited my business cards arrived, so that way when people see me out with this camera, I'm not just a creeper, I'm a creeper with a business card.
What's the move? Can I tell the truth? If I was doing this for you, then I have nothing left to prove. Nah, this for me though. I'm just trying to stay alive and take care of my people. And they don't have no award for that. Trophies. And they don't have no award for that. Shit don't come with trophies. Ain't no envelopes to open. I just do it cause I'm supposed to, nigga.
So I had a pretty uneventful day for the most part. I did grab my calendar, but I got home and of course, money in the mail. So let's check this thing out. I don't know why they list for the prices they list for, okay? I just buy, okay? Hurry up and buy. Interesting packing job. Don't have bubble wrap. Priority Mail Express envelopes apparently work just fine. Whoa. This camera is beat to all hell. Now, very rarely do I come across a camera that actually has been used, and today Oh, wow. Hold up. Okay. So already off rip, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there's something wrong with this deal. This is, hold up, man. This is like, I might have just lost money. What is going on with this? Okay, before we go any further, let me read the ad on this thing again, because there is a lot, there's a lot going on with this lens. So this video is definitely gonna go in a completely different direction than I expected. I do these unboxings, I really have no idea. I'm the kind of guy, I see something and I just jump on it. Well, it looks like I might have jumped a little bit too soon on this one. I was on Mercari the other day and I picked up what I thought was gonna be a great deal. It was a Canon 60D with a rokinon 16mm 2.0 lens. And looking at the ad, it seemed pretty standard. There was no real information on here about bad condition of the camera or the lens. But, I mean, what I received here is just like, I mean, this is bad. First of all, there is way too much dust on the inside of this element, okay? I mean, that's ridiculous. There's so much dust on the inside of there. But that's not even the big thing, okay? Let's start down here. All right. You guys see that? This is bent. This whole thing is off. Like I don't know what happened here, but this is not right. Then if you go up here, the top part, more of the same. It's not supposed to open and close like that. You know what I mean? That's not a special feature. There's a screw right here that's just rolling around. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know why. This whole thing is like, I mean, this is just bad shape. This is straight up bad shape. But if the lens was in good shape, it would be worth, looks like it sells brand new for about $359. It looks like some used ones sold recently for, one sold for $135. Looks like $238, $250-ish. As far as the camera goes, I mean, let's really break this thing down. So I went ahead and removed the lens. The first thing I'm noticing, just off rip, is the back LCD cover has a crack in it. Like, let me turn this towards the light so you can see. Like, how do you forget that part of it? Okay, I mean, that's pretty significant. There's clearly that's missing. Okay, as far as money, it's not a super huge deal. I can actually repair this myself, but the fact that it wasn't disclosed is a little bit annoying. There's extremely heavy wear all along the outside edge of the bottom, which just means that this camera has actually been used. Go figure. I mean, I rarely find a camera, especially in this range, that actually has been used. And then one of the biggest giveaways, of course, is this strap. This is not the strap that comes with it. It's actually extremely functional, and you know, I might actually keep this for myself. It's a very good strap. But most people don't replace the strap with something that's functional. Either they lose the strap or they keep the one that came with it, the factory strap, they keep that on there the whole time. So this was not visible in the photos. This would have been a dead giveaway that this is a camera that somebody's actually using. As I turn it on, pop-up flash appears to be working. So the camera appears to be fully functional, but I mean, it's extremely dusty on the inside. I mean, there's just many indications that this camera has been through a lot. And I'm sure the shutter count is probably way too high. But I personally love the Canon 60D. It's one of my favorite cameras, mostly because of how it feels in my hand. Out of all the Canon Rebel cameras, most of them were just made like way too small, like extremely small. And when I put my hands on them, I only got a couple of fingers on the grip. Well, the 60D is a full-size grip, so I love that. I love the 1/8000 shutter speed, which is awesome for taking pictures in daylight on a 2.8 lens or something like that. And this is also a dead giveaway. You see the batteries are labeled. Again, somebody who has a lot of batteries, who's using just another dead giveaway. When you see a battery or any type of equipment that has labels on it, this is somebody who is a professional. They're trying to keep their stuff in order. So personally, I shy completely away from professional gear. So yeah, if I saw that and this strap, I definitely wouldn't have bought it. Not too thrilled. So I'm actually gonna hit this person up and we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do. I might have to cancel it and send it back in my money. This is pretty much what this package is worth. It's worth about $250 in this condition. The only problem is that this condition was not disclosed to me as a buyer. So we're gonna have to settle that on the back end. Rokinon lenses are known for their incredibly shallow depth of field for a very cheap price. You know, this is a 2.0 lens. They have a lot of 1.4s and 1.2s. Typically those lenses are close to $1,000 if you get like a Canon version lens. There's not gonna be any autofocus on these lenses, so you know, if you're a video person, these work out. But if you're a photographer, this can be kind of a pain. It's great when you're getting started and you want to get really shallow depth of field, but as you go along and you step up your photography game, you're probably gonna want to get something that has autofocus. As far as the 60D goes, I will tell you guys this is actually one of the worst cameras to buy. Personally, I love this camera. When I got started in the photography, I couldn't wait to finally get a 60D. But it's an oddball camera. It falls in a weird price range with weird feature sets, so it is definitely a camera you need to stay away from. If you want it for personal use and you can get it for 250 bucks or less, go for it. But if you're looking to resell, don't do it. So I was just winding down this vlog, about to finish editing it, and then I got a message. Turns out this guy really didn't ship this lens broken. Now I'm really disappointed. I'm not gonna get this $250 profit because the Canon 60D actually is worth about 300 bucks, but I mean, it's really tough to sell at 300. So you probably gotta sell it for like 250, but I'm gonna have to send this whole thing back. So before I go, why don't I show you guys how to open up a return request in Mercari? It's actually pretty simple, but they try to make it complicated because they don't really want you to do it. All you gotta do is pull up the menu on the far left, scroll down to Help Center, and then click one of your purchases. At that point, all you have to do is request a return. Now this is where they get tricky. Because you opened a return and they really don't like that, they're gonna ask you to send a photo. But then about 30 seconds after you send the photo, they're gonna tell you that you have 24 hours to send them new photos. If you don't provide the photos within 24 hours, they're gonna close your request and release the funds to the seller. So it is imperative that as soon as you send that request, you get ready to send a whole new email. I've actually successfully been able to return about 5 or 6 items on Mercari where you're really not supposed to be able to do returns in the first place. If you think you might need a return, make sure you don't throw away the package that the item comes in because they're gonna ask you for a photo of it. Oh, and by the way, you only have 3 days to complete your return request. With that said, see you guys in the next vlog.
Go figure it out, this shit is simple. My stock been going up like a crescendo. A bunch of handshakes from the fakes. But nigga, I do not wanna be friends though. I tell y'all motherfuckers, man.